Hello and welcome to section 10.5 extension. Here are the answers for 10.2 extension, where you guys were graphing in intercept form. So you're identifying the 2x intercepts or the 1x intercept in the case of number 3, for example. And then you're finding the axis of symmetry and making your graphs. A couple of them you have to factor, number 10, 12, and 13. So you're going to either factor the GCF out first and then factor the quadratic. That allows you to then find the intercepts. And today we're going to, and we did number 16 as a class, but in case you weren't here, those are the answers there for 16. And then today what we're going to do is we're going to get into what we call vertex form. And so I have vertex form right here. I'm going to explain what this is. So vertex form, nope, sorry, I gotta. Okay, sorry about that, my smartboard wasn't calibrated. So vertex form is another form, kind of like intercept form, in which we're given some information. In this time, or in this case, it gives you the vertex. The vertex is point H, comma, K. Note, H is negative, sort of, in the formula. So you're going to do the opposite of the H value, and then K. That will give you the vertex. And then the axis of symmetry is x equals h. It's always the x coordinate of the vertex. And from there you have a lot of your information. Keep in mind, if A is greater than 0, it opens up. If A is less than 0, it opens down, just like before with our A being positive or negative. Okay, so that's a lot of the information. A lot of that same information is here. Should have enough there. So I'm going to get right into an example. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first say, all right, let's tell if it opens up or down. A is negative, so it opens down. Then I'm going to identify my vertex. So the vertex is this number and this number here, but it's the opposite of the first one. It's opposite of H, and then K. And the axis is x equals negative 2. So we have all this information just by looking at the equation. So negative 2 is my axis, negative 2, 3 is my vertex. It opens down. You're going to make your table of values, x, y. Negative 2, 3 is the point in the middle. And you can go up 2 numbers, you can go down 2 numbers. I'm going to plug in negative 1 and 0 just because they're easiest. Let's plug in negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2 squared plus 3. This will give me 1. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Then plug in 0. Negative 0 plus 2 squared plus 3. That will give me 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 1. And when I say negative 1, what I'm doing is I'm multiplying by negative 1 right there. So that would be negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. And then I'm just going to reflect and reflect. So let's go with negative 1, 2, 0, negative 1. Reflect those points. And there is your parabola. Nice and easy. Okay, I'm going to do one more. First, this one opens up. A is positive. My vertex is 2, comma, negative 4. It's the opposite of negative 2, which is positive 2, and then negative 4. And the axis of symmetry is x equals 2. So we're going to plot that right there, x equals 2. And 2, negative 4 is my vertex. And then make my table. Very similar to a lot of the other graphing techniques. It just gives us different information. 2, negative 4. We're going to go up 2 numbers. We're going to go down 2 numbers. I'm going to use 1 and 0. It's just easier to plug in 1 and 0. So 2 times 1 minus 2 squared minus 4. Alright, negative 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And then I'm going to plug in 0. 0 minus 2 squared is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. And then reflect and reflect. Okay, so 1, negative 2, and 0, 4. Reflect and drawing a graph. So there you go. It's that simple. Vertex form is nice and neat, and that is the last section that I have for graphing. I'm going to show you guys this one here. It's a great problem. Write an equation in vertex form of the parabola shown. Use the coordinates of the vertex and the coordinates of a point on the graph to write the equation. Here's what you're going to do. Most of your answer comes from the vertex, negative 6, comma 1. So we're going to start off with a times x minus negative 6 is x plus 6 squared plus 1. You're just filling out the formula that we've been working with all day today. Now you have to find a. To find a, plug in another point. And we've done this before when we've dealt with linear equations. I'm going to use negative 2 comma 5. I'm going to use that point right there. Doesn't matter which one. This is my x value, negative 2, and y is 5. So 5 equals a times negative 2 plus 6 squared plus 1. 5 equals a times 16. Negative 2 plus 6 is 4. 4 squared is 16 plus 1. Subtract 1. That gives me 4 equals 16 times a. Divide by 16, and this allows me to see that a equals 1/4. So my equation is y equals 1/4 x plus 6 squared plus 1. And if this was a little tricky, we can talk about this in class. I can do another example like this for you guys. So there you go. This is the one 13. I was going to do that as a class. That's your assignment, nice and short, and I'll see you in class. Thank you.